afe ye san ba bekire mumu gentra a friend say ayi amanya ni Iran ehia no wo muso bu ofu Iran ama sisi ano ewiem san he enkofo na ni adimbruta Iran for no wo mu da timi ama America no ankasa atre wo no ankasa ni wiem san atwene right Farouk aba ya fa Farouk ntoaso mo bia fa Farouk ntoaso preko na awia ye no na start wo de akwapa ma mu Philip na big bro me samu akwa aba de ba angel so anumere ka se boss way
yo so
Iran for eno na make Iran for timi skills bi ama American for no ankasa ate wo mo ankasa ewiem sha ba akwa ate atwene ewo Kuwait se yesi afra no friendly fire ana afi energy facility bi ewo Saudi Arabia Iran for akwa jatum entesi ano wuji sisa ekuya be de betimi apata bia Iran eni ni nuanom ama emu adwo kakra.
Okay, Kojo, the whole thing is said we am seven ma just kakra, but yeah na mun need to go through. The point is Iran, as Americans are aware, on yet that easy not a bit macracky. Yes, we share the combination of America and Israel. Now, Omako with a full scale. Now, America need J.R. Ford, Gerald Ford, fly a vessel. Now, I saw Abraham Lincoln, you know, troops over 40,000 Guso. Ordinary warheads, 12 of them in the Arabian Peninsula. What the enclave, see around the whole thing. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, any Oman, 12 vessels. Now, the one that was starting Bahrain, and then American destroyers, 90 of the aircraft in Kwande Guso. And yet, they are finding it difficult because American are confused now and say, Uncle full scale, or you're not just so full scale, they have to kill them all. And that will create also another word problems. And I said, if also say, America can only launch from those countries, not closer to the belts of Iran. And it is so to flight now, or if either Saudi Arabia base, and also or the Qatarian base, and or the Emirate base. And now, Iran for to put pressure on countries like Saudi Arabia. So you can't do that. Because anyone in all fight anymore, and you fight the cause and liberation of Palestine. You can't turn around and go and support Israel and America. And if that is the case, there country beyond American support services, logistical services, and a base to launch, you are also an enemy. What does it mean? It means that Obisa and Tokano, Semeno Koju, Wameno Konisha in him, and if you know young chance of Koju Fabon and Nifabana. Those are the ones and then Iran for no ASS and the proxies. I almost support war. Proxies are the countries in America of all base within the region. And it also try say, yes, they will suffer a lot in the hands of American superpower, area superpower. Yes, they will suffer, but they will not go easily because 12 days been July Israel for Koyen. When they realized at the rate dummy drones, but dummy drones was there. Israel, for Iran, for the drones may be echo Israeli airspace, and no more engage Israel for and no more to at the almost interceptors, intercepted drones. Sad drones no intercepting, they were nothing. Empty drones. Now your country erased in the whole world. Or what drains more power drones now? We Iran, China, and all. America needs our drones, Israel needs our quantity. No. And to only deploy a lot in the air. Now America and Israeli interceptors, because you're interested in no more catch it, no more who do the fire, no more air to take drones, While they are busy doing that, Iran for are close to Oma hit target. Look at baby Iran war. Next baby Saudi Arabia war. Next baby Israel war. If they are able to shoot down from 1,500 kilometers away, if they are able to do 1,600 kilometers, 1,700 kilometers, 1,800 to Dubai, your friend say, Saudi Arabia, it means that their precision rate as they've been warned by some of the old American generals, that you got to be very careful with these guys. And the American foreign concentrate with Tehran, and almost say military bases. But these Iranians, they know what they were doing. They know what the world, one day, America will come after them. And to deploy all military bases in baby. And the workers say, yes, they will lose a lot. America will lose a lot. Israel will lose a lot. But then one thing you and I should know, they say, there is war. America will not concede to the world. Say na casualties in this year.
I look at Farouk, I look at updates ya bobo no Iran for the Bible to just say American for no ferry say one more ebeka casualties ya one more air sofa na enya miensa se na Donald Trump can no a make us say wo bo sa nipa soldier for miensa wo mawu na baso wo White House no na wono so wa yam bi pa wa yam American soldier for ni bi pa
otime hete Bahrain vessel no and no American backup when they are fighting within that region, because as the warheads the jet fighters 22 bomber and F-22 South fleet in Sunugu or 50 face up and all 40 on the back if you are deployed. It is what Tima hits our base, what Tima hits our platform now. There's no way America back at minimum you say any pattern in the way. But this is the war strategy said. America doesn't want the family because the domestic and the local pressure in the United States will be mounted on Trump big time. And in China cleverly, person use Israel. Cleverly, Israel for air. Surveillance aircraft in America for the Israel for non-Navy. American for. They are using the Israeli experts, their fly machines. It because say on my American for casualty near higher. There is a war also called military operation. There is a war called support Israel military action. And that is the case is turning into the dead toll over invasion or war. If that is the case, American Constitution does not allow Donald Trump, as we speak, to go to war or to declare war because there is no basis for war. So if it's military operation and it takes more than 3, 4, 5 days, then it means why overstretch America? Logistics become a cost. Cost of your friend is saying logistics. Cost of debt in total, too hard. Then one would accept you went in support of Israel, or you want as a proxy fighter for Israel. Ironically, any Israel for started fighting. It's Donald Trump who ordered the American vessels in the region and said attack. Then Israel came to support. Now, it is rather American proxy of Israel, but it turns out to be said now, Israel a proxy fighter for America, which is very dangerous.
The man for should be able to say now, a man for hearing say Bianca, a mind bit is China, and now say Russia, potentially, Omboba Bois, Iran, if you say picture America, and especially Ukraine. Plenty at war in the public domain. They say, Mr. Putin, an exchange campaign, one more support to Iran. Ama drones Ukraine work and was Ukraine. Iran producing a large quantity here. No, I can't comment Mr. Putin be. What the Bible over Ukraine. It is a summer to Iran, dear. Nanka, if you are saying, Mr. Putin, and be China, bet me a support to Iran, kakra, but don't let me answer my issue statement to condemn. Friends, act no air course one.
Okay, could you draw back to the your friends UN Security Council? The 5 permanent non-members no more veto powers. China, France, the Great Britain, that is the UK, America, and your friend is saying Russia. These 5 members, all the time the 3 had gone against the 2. And to me, they go through whatever that they put out there. The 2, China and Russia, back days in the olden days of the World War I, World War II, Russia and China, Russia was the one that held the bay and the stop of the German, Nazis. Your friends are Hitler. Russia stopped that. They stopped that, offered the whole Balkans as babies. But he did not take the whole Balkans as or the Nensawafa. Romania is free, Hungary is free, Slovakia, Czech Republic, they gave them their independence. The only place that Russia was holding was the East German belt called the DDR, Dresden, Leipzig, East Germany. Now, Russia, cleverly, as you know, it is the world that America and the British propagandists, news propaganda, because we are not here Russian news, we are not here Chinese news, we are here BBC, CNN. It is what is out there. NBC News, CBC News is what you and I, the world, buys. But if you look at from peaceful pact and the peaceful pact of it, Russia had always been pro-peace, China had always been pro-peace. Now the catch here is that China will lose much to gain to go and support militarily. They will not. Underground, they may support logistically. The logistics, they may support underground. They may support maybe financial. They may support other things. But say China open combative or open combat, now the rate any stage, maybe a China then economy, they don't want to create any kind of enemy in the same self. So by a proxy or back proxy war. No. Okas will come American team standing. I must tell you. Okas will come Israel team standing. Russia and America, Russia and China, so Omokobwa Iran, it is a full-blown escalation of a war within that region. Russia on ye, China on ye. Adia China managing say China during the Second World War, or call as Axis power. Axis power, no, one call as Axis power, call Western, no, only America, only France, only British, only Italy, only Spain, any the Western countries, and they're fighting against the German Nazis. And then today, Italy. No fighting against America. Today, Japan, no fighting for the German Nazis, for Hitler. Japan for Minakun. Ethiopia is the only African country. They were fighting for Hitler. Now, after Second World War, China called back because of support to America and Russia. And Japan got to share China so. And the China was showing a lesson. Japan kum China, boom. West for now support to China. And in the mema China would declare a communism say yakwa ahuchem near Kobwa, near Benya town for there. We are not going anywhere. Ye critique communist government. Yan Twaba, near Shishe crew, near Titi crew. That is how China came to the development. And then the 50 years plan by Chairman Mao and what Yabidu Baby do. So China has a lot to lose. Then Russia does not fight. Russia can sort of fight here. Obetimaka the whole Middle Europe abum enomako. I must tell you this because Russia lose to fight the other from generation 1. That is the World War I, World War II. Russia was never defeated, and Ukraine they can defeat Russia. They dare not. Even the whole NATO crack, they will suffer. Meaning, say, no Russia or declare military action, military operation against Ukraine. Say Crimea, Donbass region. Men call for any so Russia on Pesomba, and no man tiase. And will call invasion, and the Ukraine frontier say no declare war. It's now no you busy with Ukraine say yemfa one day na war. She say the war Ukraine. What destroy a country no? What could do Kiev or destroy? Americans know, and then Trump himself said no. Now no Zelensky go and give in. You can't fight Russia winning. And it is so pass Russia, China, no so Iran. Then it's going to be another time. Even though it cannot escalate to World War III, there can't be any World War III.
And how the anchor for Yamshu Mopanti, yes, what we are fear no idea through Hona, Farouk Yanshan's way, and Umreya Meno Casasi, and na Sakiastama, a UK Prime Minister, na Donald Trump, Akachilan Sanka, Mano, British Air Bases Nibi. Na American for metro na woman fire towards friends Iran. Na Donald Trump say Sekestama or dragging the feet. In fact, I'm say latter part of a year conversation na fena Sekestama no wa preso asemo amiankasema na me hwebi na me monitor asemo British Prime Minister no can say will take lessons from what happened in Iraq. Next I say 1 to 2 mreka emfa Britain enkowura to kwado mu se basa de ma Iran anwodena na
Koyo Maminche said one of the British prime minister from the time of Margaret Thatcher in 1990 Then came John Major. Then came the fine man Tony Blair. Tony Blair 8 years or 7 years. The disgrace as a politician as one of the best British prime ministers. Okudi George Bush Iraq. Following American intelligence and rough information said Iraq war a nuclear heads. But then America had their mission. And Tokwanum Kwaye Deno and a British Royal Army Tony Blair or die Emma Otimi convince the head of state, that is Queen Elizabeth, and will move Koima, British folk or Basra. Omna Kokun Tokan or ground because American team go ground. And a day and Mguasia by Tony Blair or resign quietly. And until Tony Blair, he quickly reached out to Muammar Gaddafi to plead. And Yama Omaye, so watcher until said Gaddafi be woman, his friendly friend, Tony Blair, because of misleading information in America. So Starmer would then make a big mistake because British why you be that. And America can't talk. The British sitting at the UN Security Council with them. America said, we are taking a unilateral decision to safeguard the interests of the people and the citizens of the United States. Primarily, Iran, America. The first point of call, and the first point of relying on for the assistance, UK. And don't forget, Trump has bastardized and then disrespected the UK, or bastardized or disrespected Starmer, and then those ones before there is a or disrespected woman. And until the British Constitution, the British Parliament, the lower and upper Congress, for them, it is unlike the America where the Congress and then also the Senate now Republicans now somehow almost supporting man yes he will face some challenges because the lesson as you made mention of so when you're careful. Now could draw the British bases now also the Arabian world, or could draw them into the conflict. The moment Trump because we could fly from her, Iran could blast British troops. Okay, then it's an open confrontation for British also to be in the air. What does it mean? Royal Air Force and then American Air Force. Then the Israeli Air Force is in the air against one country. So they want to put a pressure on the UK. And the America had done the same thing during the World War II. When the British were being a little bit, Americans were isolated, British also put pressure, making the American feel that Germans were even at the door of America before so move them into a strategy, a game plan. But Trump, on say untimin kasa more to say they know best start to fighting. One who said and yet easy fight. And one who said 12 days operation be Israel for It's the same Trump who told Benjamin Netanyahu who said, "Winning Bibi, and Kofono at the coin. They send more drones in the air, but Bibianim, no more hit target over Tel Aviv. And Tian will draw and will treat here at Jobre. How come by? Suddenly, Mosako the same thing. Bearing in mind, said 12-day operation was how to rocket at the core. Your friend say, Qatar, a blue pepper, a lade pepper, a destroy dying. And they say, what do Saudi Arabia? And if he has launched missile, obetimi, ICBM, or more, obetima launch it to Saudi Arabia, obetima launch it to Kuwait there, then it's going to be a proxy war which America and Israel wants to put the whole Arabians into it for them to fight against Iran. It is very sad development. But then at the end of the day, British must be careful. Once France are when they become full-blown fighter, then America will now force France. Because they say also pay regime change. So also Kokumayatola suspectedly Suwakuna. What again? What could defense minister? Also say installation only maybe a warheads anywhere. Monko destroy warheads, why are you still now saying say the people and the locals must take arms and fight and change their government? I think that is also very not right. And that is why on one who's a pressure abaninty or get involved with all powers of the Western world for them to come. But the problem is why and I said Denmark, the Greenland, Europeans and we no more talk as we speak. And the whole Europeans decided to boycott even the World Cup if Trump doesn't stop those things. Now, there is no way Denmark.
Farouk, more share TV and Facebook, baby, Farouk Dano. Farouk, actually, the video be Hremo, the Aquasoni Binono. the kind of friends say aircraft supersonic and nam wiem a etimi hangi wiem na eyiyi missiles no go na ebi so say na terms how sophisticated the world has become. Na Farouk ayi na wo ka France asem the mention me ye ne say superpowers no me monitor one reactions towards hostilities na so between between Israel and America on one hand and Iran on the other. Now someone Emmanuel Macron just about 40 minutes ago and he say, if you want to be free, be feared. If you want to be free, be feared. What translated what kinds son or pass what you're saying?
Well, I think in other words, or no try to say Utimibo say open say tower.
A tongue of force. Yes,
what you say.
This statement we say no indirectly no one fan support to Donald Trump there.
No. What I said Macron no our political upheavals because of the opposition and certain mistakes be away. And he's trying to safeguard and then clean his name. Macron with the France were issued to deal with economically because of the Sahel. Our breaking the wings economically. France is facing problems because of your friends Burkina, Niger, and Mali. In terms of financials, one casa Macron and a problem locally. And France would find it very difficult and tough. So at this point, Obeba open as a security council member, say or be declared in support. But one thing for sure that we all know is that if France wake up, say or support, then there will be a break of the front. Our the NATO, because NATO Germans so top notch. Our NATO, but German kontokwa. And Belgium also the host to the NATO, also kontokwa. Holland kontokwa. And France free NATO then the NATO become weaker. Then Russia becomes stronger. Russia will take advantage of whatever is happening and finish Ukraine and ground the whole country. That is what another thing. And the Europeans in vote to support Ukraine and then to make sure that Ukraine survives. So France be free media. France cannot send two wings out there. Baku comedy is now Baku call Ukraine. As well for support. That will overstretch the French, which already suffer our financial because we need resources to feed up the budget and also the economy. It is a dicey situation, and that is the catch. So Kunya president, Ebia Ukura such a big power called the world police, the world president of Donald Trump. Nessa Opentoka. Now on Tinia maybe has no ticket. That is how he plunged the whole world into crisis. But for me, at the end of the day, understand and the public and the listeners should know say Donald Trump is fully fledged businessman who had been a businessman or no pasa Mayor Giuliani in New York or no kontokwa during the time now Giuliani 95 90 no mayor. At the end of the day, that is the man obey an advisor, that is the man obey a lawyer. What does it tell? A businessman. And all what he's seeking to do, and he said Wall Street consultants, as we speak, investment consultant, brokers consultant, which he owns a lot of the companies. They are going to make huge money. They are going to make huge money in consultancy, huge money in oil deployment, oil, your friend is saying, sales and oil marketing. I want to be on an agenda. By repercussion of it, we need that experience to know, say, so who could do a bit say BB Netanyahu here is only surviving and wants to survive politically because of issue and Tokwa Iran, any Hamas, Hezbollah, any Daesh, any ISIS, any Al Qaeda, and they maintain the political gravity or the political hold on Israeli prime ministership.
Now, repercussions, what was to say, economic angle. Sesia, Iran for SCZ. The Strait of Hormuz, ne pronoa, da hon ma wia na ye no bon komona wo kire se gas, oil and gas, ya a free China to and fro Iran, they free Australia, New Zealand, a holding Nansiano, Wababa Juaboso. It is what you have Boswa. Mino Kazasiana, ama a shoe to friends, fuel prices. But one no Iran and Casano, Awaya Sano. Sir, one also Kakabacano, because Befan said, be China and Nubedidra. Na China soon to me, my dear. And yet, one also know why no a bonus. And from that economic perspective, you know, one
become more of the Europeans, become more of the African countries like ours. I am prepared say against future occurrences like this. Let me tell you, sir, Iran on your country ehiano. Iran on your country ehiano. Iran or your country on your weapons, our ton weapons. On oil and gas, years and years long. American George Bush time, Clinton, friend is Obama time, Joe Biden, omo economic embargo, financial embargo till today. No, Iran had not crashed. Don't forget, sir, or was still enough for Beyusu. To say, dear, na me no me no takra, the nim se baby krana, you turn 1 gallon of Ghana fuel. Kojo to Ghana fuel, ni krana Canada. But those countries in the Arabian world, you know, almost subsidize it because our large stock, apart from the other sending, and the even economically, America crown also always go with the had any problem, but because President Trump had a contingency budget for defense, because as a Siano, what the Tomahawk cruiser missiles, you know, was starting more than 30, 40, 50, you know. And so quickly America replace it because China now will be raising arms against China. Some missiles are confining him. And to say, Yisika, and to missiles, no, water. It also put economic pressure, regardless of the fact that Omuska, it put pressure on each and all of them. But the biggest sufferer are mother Europeans or the Europe, and the biggest sufferer are the African countries, and for that matter, part of the Asia. And that comes to tell you, sir. Country biana dudwana wenya oil no, they are not trying to produce much as they will sell some. They will keep some for the purpose because the energy that shows the economic activity either high or low of every country. But Trump and some of these leaders, you know, that is where they feel say they take advantage of one OG country in the budget, OG contingency budget. Also, you corrupt say any. Also, you see the defense budget during the time of war to escalate, to corrupt, and then to take money. And it is a combination of obia affected fight to win but what I'm looking at it, you know, it is happened to be say kojo omu free military operation mu be big thing because Iran phone guso keka omu guso keka omu to the court to say as we speak economic activity about hit Emirates big time. Because Emirates, the flight akodi abonchen, otua landing fee. The flight be do Accra near tone airspace, but otua landing fee Accra. Flight nenko. Look at the passengers. The passengers from Argentina, the passengers of Brazil, the passengers of Germany. Some flight in Ababidi outside. Every passenger be will cry Emirates ticket. They have to buy their hotel bill. They have to give them food because you know mato ticket. One now family call because wo kontokwa. And you have to take care of me. Now, the huge passengers are called inside Emirates. Huge passengers a good airport. Emra omukodi induce sa omkoye crowd inducement. You know, I was caught up in that trap. I was Dubai airport for 3 good years. Omko induce class in Shuntona. Omon prepare and Shun Kotobrosono. 4 days now you dino airport. Kojo, it was nice so. How the pressure at the airport and over 50,000 people. One airport will be in your baby uncle. We have to queue to go to the washroom, even the business class. And it is the same situation that passengers now are in distress at Dubai airport. What about hotels? It is should Dubai hotels be BB. Any visitors are could be BB. Omom take it 20-man flight. Ghana for Kujo, Nigeria for Kujo, Chad for Kujo. Africa has 48 flights and go Dubai. 48 countries flights and go Dubai. Ethiopia ni Kenya mon count, but the Dubai na ankasa lande African soil 48 destinations. And you watch it. Africans I could do a woman is pie. Obian hotel the BS man aduanidi. Obian hotel BS done free. And it puts a hard economic burden on the frontline states. At this point, the frontline states are those now Israel and America put them into the crisis. Needlessly, they didn't think that the effect of it, repercussion of it, and it's our airspace. Since a plane be about jet be about commercial jet be an enemy, a target. Which airline no make mistake say make a for flight, Enko. It is a flight be a grounded. Wetima hit target or Dubai airport. Wetima hit Dubai airport. So ko hit biom, hit bioma. Then the problem becomes America for okay any interceptors in kwa modern one. That's what me hit supersonic nemu. Nema a deadly fight. A deadly fight.
A deadly fight Farouk. Se sadia emsa ayi ya bride na ebeju akodwa na ebeju office wa hapreko. Na said that yes Ashanti Donald Trump will say the earliest they can finish the Iranians 1 month or possibly more. And that is ya no bulletins na ya no na be yente numre ya beda wase edwesi haza.
Kajo dasi nyamenka mu bebe why
so sa nyamenka ho papa Farouk Wahab international diplomat expert ya say consultant and no atwetwe enkomba bebe ade ne befa bia all weather say na mo ankasa matwe ma no e wo Facebook no so no we say Angel is the best in foreign news